Welcome everyone, I'm Murat and this is the weekly Construction Intelligence Brief. Every week we track what's actually changing in construction technology, not the hype, but the capital, the research, and the data. This week's theme: the real AI construction story isn't happening on job sites. It's happening in back offices, insurance desks, and ERP systems. The infrastructure of construction itself is being rebuilt from the inside out. Let's get into it. For the past 2 years, every AI in construction conversation was about drones, robots, and generative design. The flashy stuff. But look at where the money is actually going right now. Trade just raised $10 million to automate payroll and compliance for specialty trade contractors. Shepherd raised $42 million to speed up insurance for data center construction. These aren't glamorous bets, these are bets on the plumbing behind the plumbing. Why does this matter? Because this is where the real pain is. The electricians, plumbers, and iron workers who actually build things are running on spreadsheets and phone calls, and the insurance process that's supposed to keep billion-dollar AI projects moving hasn't changed in decades. On top of that, we saw two ERP vendors, Intuit and Acumatica, both launch AI-powered construction features in the same week. That's not a coincidence. The construction software stack is being rebuilt with intelligence baked in. Capital is flowing toward operational infrastructure. That's the signal this week, and it's a signal you should pay attention to. Let's look at trade more closely. They raised $10 million in a Series A, and they closed that round in just 3 weeks. That speed tells you something about investor conviction. White Star Capital led the round. Y Combinator, which had already backed trade, doubled down. Suffolk Technologies and RXR Realty came in as strategic backers. Total funding is now $17 million since they were founded in 2021. So what does trade actually do? They build a back office operating system for specialty trade contractors. Think payroll across multiple union jurisdictions, HR compliance, labor cost tracking. These are the businesses that place skilled workers on sites, and they deal with a nightmare of regulations that eat into already thin margins. The specialty trades have been invisible to the contact wave. General contractors got Procore, PlanGrid, and other project management tools years ago, but the subcontractors who do the actual physical building, they got left behind. Trade is going after that gap. And the fact that serious investors closed this fast, including a general contractor's venture arm and a major real estate developer, says this pain point is very real and very large. Now, here's a story that sits at a fascinating intersection. Shepherd raised $42 million, a Series B led by Intact Private Capital. Total funding is now $67 million. Here's the problem they solve. Every AI data center needs a building. Every building needs insurance before construction begins. And today, getting that insurance takes weeks. Contractors have to shop for quotes across multiple carriers, each using disconnected tools and manual analysis. Shepherd uses AI to collapse that multi-week underwriting process dramatically. They integrate directly with construction software platforms like Procore, Autodesk, and Drone Deploy to pull real project data. Instead of manual analysis, their AI agents assess risk based on what's actually happening on site. They've also built a rewards program similar to telematics and car insurance, where contractors who invest in safety technology get lower premiums. Their revenue has grown more than 7 times over 2 years. They've insured over $400 billion in project value through more than 1,500 policies, and they have over 600 customers, including hyperscale data center operators and chip makers. Think about the Stargate project, $500 billion in planned AI infrastructure investment. Every single one of those projects needs insurance first. Speed of underwriting becomes a genuine bottleneck for how fast the industry can build. Shepard is sitting at that choke point. Now for something from the research world. Researchers at Suzhou University of Science and Technology published a peer-reviewed study presenting a deep learning framework called DeepL-YOLO. What it does is remarkable. It takes scanned 2D engineering drawings, including paper drawings from the 1980s, and automatically generates complete 3D BIM models. No Revit needed, no manual modeling. The system achieved 98.8% detection precision trained on nearly 4,000 annotated drawings. Why does this matter? Think about how many buildings exist only as paper records. Hospitals, government buildings, older infrastructure. You cannot retrofit what you can't model. The ability to digitize this building stock at scale opens up huge opportunities for renovation planning, facilities management, and regulatory compliance. This is real research from a credible institution published in a Scopus Index journal. It's worth watching as it moves from lab to production. Let's talk about the data. Bluebeam surveyed over 1,000 AEC professionals globally, and the results tell a very clear story. Only 27% of firms use AI today, 52% still use paper during the design phase, 43% rely on physical signatures. That's the reality on the ground. But here's the flip side. 94% plan to expand their AI use this year, and 56% of all respondents believe AI will compensate for the skilled labor shortage, which, by the way, is very real. The industry needs an estimated 350,000 new workers in 2026 just to keep pace. The barriers are not cost, they're integration complexity, organizational culture, and data readiness. Nearly 40% of skilled construction workers are over 45. 1 in 5 electricians is over 55. The retirement wave is accelerating, and apprenticeship programs take 5 to 7 years to produce fully qualified workers. AI isn't replacing people here, it's filling gaps that simply cannot be filled with humans fast enough. This means early adopters are pulling ahead while the majority is still trying to get their data infrastructure in order. The gap is compounding, and it's compounding fast. So here's where we land. The tools exist. The ROI is proven. The question is no longer should we adopt AI, it's how fast can we deploy. Early adopters are already saving real money and real time. They're pulling ahead, and the data shows that advantage is compounding. The more you use AI, the more you invest in it. For the 73% still on the sidelines, the barrier isn't cost, it's readiness. Data infrastructure, integration, and culture. Those are very solvable problems, but they take time, and every month of waiting is a month your competitors are pulling further ahead. The market is separating. The back office is being rebuilt. Insurance is being modernized. The software stack is being reinvented. Inuit just launched its first construction-specific ERP, and Acumatica embedded AI forecasting into its construction workflows. Expect Procore, Oracle, and Trimble to respond. And in the research world, we are seeing breakthroughs like automatic BIM generation from paper drawings that could unlock the digitization of millions of buildings. The firms that move now will define the next era of construction. The ones that wait will find themselves competing against companies that are fundamentally more efficient. Thank you. This is Murat from Uniseros. Let's talk.